Hello, I'm Vernon Mui. I am a CELTA graduate. We got a letter in the mail basically saying that I am pleased to inform you that you have been awarded a provisional pass grade on the Cambridge CELTA course taken at this center from July 20th to August 14th, 2015. So the certificate itself hasn't come in the mail yet. However, when I do apply to all these jobs overseas, I will I'll apply with the pieces of documents, including that certificate, along with my bachelor's degree from AIU. It's my video production degree. And I don't know if this would help because it's not recommended. I mean, not recommended, it's not required for any other degrees. But hey, linear tech. I have a diploma in surgical tech as well. So, I definitely learned a lot from CELTA. It was very intense. Let's just say, just to give you an idea of how intense it was for me, okay, it took place down at the Colony Square down on 14th Street, and there's a mall down there, okay? Kind of like a food court, not necessarily a mall, more like a food court. Really nice, stylish, looks nice, great place to eat. You got Tin Drum, I went there a couple times, Mediterranean as well. Anyway, I went on. It was a 4-week course with CELTA. The first week, I we all ate downstairs. Went downstairs, got our food, and just ate together and talked for the 1 hour break. During that 1 hour lunch break, we were getting busier and busier. The bars were being raised every day, and I on the second week, I had to continue working while I'm eating, so I can only spend like 30 minutes downstairs, so I have to, spend the last 30 minutes studying. Then the third week, I didn't even eat downstairs anymore. I just, went downstairs, grabbed some food, come back upstairs, just eating while lesson planning, There's not a lot of time. Lesson planning and research papers, which I'll get into later. And then the fourth week, I lost my appetite. I didn't eat, like my appetite was gone. My brain was mush, and I had to just keep working. It was Monday through Friday for 8 hours a day, because we were teaching lessons every other day. And these classes were 40 minutes long, and it took me 8 hours to lesson plan. You're busy all day, and on days that you're not teaching, you're observing your colleagues and writing notes because we have feedback session the next day. The third paper is the language related task, LRT. And this was the tough one. This one, the teacher could not give any examples about what we had to write. I remember at this point my brain was mush. This was like week 3. It was due like at the end of week 3 or something like that. Remember now, I'm lesson planning on top of the research papers that I spend forever on. I spent 3 days. I don't know. We had a Friday off. I forgot why, but that was, I don't take that for granted. Any day off, in fact, any minute, any hour, is worth something. It's worth a lot, So I stared at the screen for 3 days over the weekend, and Monday morning as well, waking up at 7 a.m. just working, just continue working on the research papers alone. I had my eye was bloodshot red, and even so, just expressing that much effort that it takes to finish this LRT task in this research paper. Okay, so this paper, everyone just failed. We had to resubmit, and everyone was really upset. Some were just beginning to become discouraged because it was like, wow, I put in my all and I failed. I have too many X marks. Some people were angry. not understanding why what they wrote was wrong. I said, like, if you really think about it, all the classes and the input sessions and feedback, to help each other out during the feedback session, they're teaching us not to drown in open sea, because not one person can do this. We have to come together, and with all resources combined, we can make this work and pass this paper. And I was in that survival mode, like just talking like that kind of language. And afterwards, I kind of laughed at it, because I was kind of like, yeah, I mean, you gotta work together on this. This paper was preparing us for us to teach grammar, how to lesson plan for a grammar lesson. So, for instance, he was captured, just that part that we had to analyze. The full sentence, well, semi-full sentence was, he was captured by authorities. He was captured by authorities. We had to analyze the meaning, pronunciation, and form. We had to analyze, okay, when it comes to meaning, you don't just say, captured. Okay, captured means that you catch something. No, you can't. When we're analyzing the meaning behind the word captured, just taking that one word alone, it's not the lexical meaning of the definition of that word. And then we had to convey the meaning further by concept checking questions to make sure that they understand, that the students understand when we're teaching this. So, this is, one thing I learned from this especially was that you do all the lesson planning, you think about it, you analyze it, how to convey it, what the meaning is, anticipate the problems of the meaning from students, and then have solutions as well. You have to have all that planned out as a lesson plan before you go out there in the battlefield. You know what I'm saying? Same with pronunciation. We have, when we're lesson planning, we're writing in phonemes. Form as well. Anticipating problems of form and providing solutions to those problems. With more experience, we'll probably run into more problems, but that's the cool thing about this career. And on the same paper, we have another grammar we have to analyze and just totally dissect and break down. And then 2 vocabulary analysis as well. Setup, okay? The verbal phrase. And, okay, so, the last paper was lessons from the classroom. Roughly speaking, it is about what we learn from other students, observation. We observe talk. It's an English school. It's nearby. 15 minutes walk. Okay, during the last week of CELTA, I liked the world. It was a very different world. This ESL world, the people that I was interacting with all the time as my colleagues and my tutor, and just the material that you are always being exposed to, and the mindset that you have to go into to lesson plan and understand the material and for the research papers, is something that I could have kept doing. Just keep learning, And I was thinking, wow, this CELTA program is about to end. That means I have to go back to my old life, And that's weird. It's kind of like looking behind me, It's like, I don't want to go back there. I just want to keep stepping in the direction that I'm walking. I was like, I don't want to go back. I have to go back to my day job. And no offense. I mean, I like the day job. I like the people I work with. It's just that I would like to continue fueling my education with ESL, CELTA. Teaching to adults. So now with this certificate, specialized, where it says that I'm specialized to teach adults of the language of English as a second language, as a foreign language, you pick one. I want to continue doing it. I really like it. Some people ask, well, why don't you want to teach kids? Why don't you want to teach kids? And I go, well, because there are certain things you can't talk to kids about that you can with adults. I can lesson, because I lesson planned this one listening lesson. It was about the flight. I forgot the flight number, but it happened. It took place in New York City. A plane lifted off. All these birds crashed into this plane, and all the engines just shut down. And then it was the pilot's, experience and instinct to just turn this plane right into the Hudson River. It was all over the news, right? Everyone knows about it. And that's an amazing context to teach with, right? You can't do that with kids. Kids are not going to be interested or understand. Maybe. Some might. Majority, maybe not.